Hey y'all, Joe here at Southern Coast of Cooking. Man, I set up all last night cooking this brisket and my new Lone Star Pee Wee, as y'all know. And man, y'all were with me for a while. Brisket so far has turned out great. I just pulled it about 192. I did a test of it, just poking it with the chopstick, just testing it for tenderness. So the brisket from last night is resting right now inside. Anyway, I'm out here. I'm taking the day off because I had planned this for basically, well, it is my day off anyway, but I normally don't take them. Have this for my hurricane day. If you can see, we don't have much for hurricane weather out there. Just a little drizzling, So how much you pay for that? Been researching these smokers. This smoker runs $19.99. Right there. Now I'm not sure about the shipping. No audio. Uh-oh. Let's see. All right, can you hear me now? Worth the money. Yeah, it is. Y'all, somebody said I don't have any audio. Can y'all respond and let me know if you can hear? Let me know if the audio is back. Yes. All right, audio is good. Thank you. Thank you. What I'm doing out here right now, what's up? What's up? How's brisket's rested? All right, we got some Boudin right here from Best Stop. The Best Stop in Scott, Louisiana. It's the best Boudin out there. Stuff has won tons of awards. My smoker here, the Pee Wee, is still cooking. I mean, still, rolling temperature-wise, about 250 or so. We get the valve open. What we're gonna do now is I'm gonna put this Boudin on there. I'm gonna have that for lunch. That brisket's gonna be a special meal. Bring that to some folks at work and everything else. Let's see if we can get this Boudin open. Still mostly frozen. He wraps this stuff so good. Look at this. Look at that Boudin. Oh yeah, and he's already smoked it. This has already burned up the wood in there. We're just going off of charcoal, so that'll be good. Let's go ahead and just open this bad boy up. Let's set this in there. Oh, yeah, look at that. I'm gonna burn myself trying to set it off in there. There we go. Right in there, y'all can see what it looks like. Slam the door and let's just let that cook. I got this little fan over here. I turn it on. When I first start, see it kind of blows air into the intake there. I need to get me a smoker in the worst way. Yeah, little kitchen, go ahead and get you one. Look, you don't have to do something like this. You can start out with a Weber, Weber Smoky Mountain or even a Weber kettle. That's how I started out. Or one of them old master builds if you want to start out with just electric. But yeah, it's a bad boy right here. But I'm gonna let that Boudin, we'll see when he gets ready. Man, I'll tell you what, that's gonna be some good stuff. I don't know how long it's gonna take. That's one thing about these cabinet smokers. I will say that it takes a little bit of getting used to because you don't want to just open them up all the time and check on stuff because you let so much of your heat out. More of, I probably should just put the probe in there in that sausage. So, when it's done, when it's reached about 160 degrees or something, I'll pull it out. Well, that's Boudin, so, it'll still be good. Anybody got any questions? Anything going on today that y'all doing? I don't have many folks. I imagine most everybody's at work right now. Again, let's say I'm off today. Anybody needs any questions answered? Let's see. All right, let me get rid of that right there. Yeah, this live is pretty cool. I'm gonna start doing this more. What do y'all think? Y'all like the live videos? I guess you have to be logged in or whatever to get the alert. I think it's pretty cool. I like this thermometer here. These are True Tail, the Tail True, and good thermometer there. Since I'm running about 250 right now, so that'd be good. I tell you what, as far as back to talking about the weather, luckily that hurricane missed us just completely. I mean, we've had a little bit of rain. My dad's right down there on the coast with his house, and he said they didn't get nothing really. I mean, it's just like a shower. I mean, I went to bed last night, normal time and everything else. So, luckily we were spared here in Mississippi. Unfortunately for some folks weren't. Can't reply on the editing, make stuff pretty. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, you can't do editing on live, but I don't do a whole lot of editing anyway. But I just like these chat sessions. That way people can ask questions. I can go ahead and answer it. You know, if you've got any questions about barbecue or whatever, or what have you. Let's see, I found, oh, you have me waiting on Lone Star Smoker. Oh yeah, I'm telling you what, those Lone Stars are great. Injecting big meats like brisket and pork loins. Okay, inject, that's a good question. You know, I do inject from time to time. It depends on what you're doing it for. If it's more for like a contest or something like that, or, you know, you want to have people have a little taste, yeah, injection's good. It doesn't hurt, but I found when you're just cooking for family and friends, you know, those injections, I mean, there's a lot of, I mean, you put more salt in there, you're putting more, you know, nitrates and all kinds of stuff like that, MSGs, and it's a lot of stuff to really boost that flavor, but you don't have to do it. Always inject my pork, not brisket or tri-tip. Yeah, pork, you know, I'll inject pork a lot of times with just concentrated apple juice. You get that frozen apple juice concentrate, and I'll just melt it, and I'll put a little vinegar in it, and I'll inject that into the pork. You know, to me, that's a little bit probably better for you too, because all you're putting in there is apple juice and sugar. You know, then I mean, injections are great, and they make the stuff taste amazing, but you just kind of got to be careful. You don't want to get in the habit of injecting these commercial injections into your food every time, because, I mean, they're made for that one, you know, bite, just bam, you know, tons of flavor, and to get that, a lot of times you got a lot of additives and stuff like that. So that's my thought, you know, mainly on injections. You'll see me do it from time, but I mean, there's other stuff. I've done pork loin injected with barbecue sauce. Made a brisket this past Sunday, injected with a no sodium beef broth. That's a good idea. A lot of people inject with beef broth, but here's my whole thing is, I mean, I'll do the beef broth sometimes, but really, I mean, it makes its own broth anyway. You know, you go punching holes in something and injecting it too much. I don't know. What I would suggest, if you're really a fan of beef broth, what you can do is after you slice the brisket, once it gets down to about 170 degrees, take you some beef broth and whatever you want, just kind of paint it on there with a basting brush, kind of keep that moisture on the outside. It kind of cools it down to keep the steam from making it evaporate and all that sort of stuff. So that may be something that you can do if you know, you're a fan of you know, the beef broth, or some people use vegetable broth. What about wrapping in foil paper? No, wrap it off. I change it up. You know, a lot of times, you know how I pan my briskets, I'll put foil on top. Now, I have done them with wrapping with paper. That's good. To me, though, that paper is pretty expensive, and I don't like working with it as much. It's hard to, you know, fold it and get it right over the brisket. Let's see. But you know, with the beef broth, never tried it. Yeah, try it. I mean, get you some beef broth, kind of warm it up. Put whatever you want to in there, and after it's sliced, you just sprinkle some over, or base some over the brisket. I don't say like have brisket swimming in it, but you know, put you some on there. It can't hurt. It's good stuff. You know, we all have different little techniques that we use there in the fishing. I actually heard somebody, I've been using that duck fat spray, was saying spray the steaks down with duck fat before they rest. I wrap ribs, about the only thing. Yeah, I always wrap my ribs, you know, because that's just the easiest way to get them tender, you know, to your liking, is you wrap them, and just, it force cooks that stuff in there, and it gets them nice and tender. So that is one thing that I do wrap, is my ribs. But anyway, looking forward to this this Boudin here in a minute, and we are just, like I said, rolling on here with this weather. Wanted to check in with you guys. I'm taping the videoing the brisket video. Right now it's resting. As soon as it's ready to slice, I'll video the rest of that. Hopefully I have that video up there for you guys tonight, so you can see the details on that brisket. Thanks again, y'all. Please, you know, like my videos, sub my channel. God bless. I'm out. Just wanted to check in with y'all.